Let's take a look at the line here in Google Earth first and then watch the video, and afterwards I will compare the actual line to the one that I was planning. So this is the outskirts of the little town where I live. It's some power lines running here. And let's look at it the other way, because that's the way I ended up actually walking. So this is as I walked forward up on this picture. Started up on this hill, and really no notable problem areas or obstacles along the way. Crossing a few small gravel roads. And here is what I forgot about before I walked. This whole area is basically a swamp, which I forgot about. I thought I was gonna walk to the side of it. I mean, I thought the line was to the side of it, but it's just straight through the middle. This caused me a bit of a problem because I ended up going the wrong way here. I should have kept right and just gone like this, but instead I chose to walk back and around this way and ended up much farther off the line than I would have if I went right. Then another gravel road and some more forest, power lines, other power lines than the ones we saw earlier. This is this track you can see here in the forest. That's a I don't know what to call it, workout trail is what I'm saying in the video anyway. It's for running or cross-country skiing. This here is a huge field of rocks, which you will also see in the video. And this is the finish line. So it's not too short. It's actually, it looks almost impressive if you haven't seen the people crossing an entire country. So that's the line. And let's just check out the video and get back to this Google Earth and watch the finished lines afterwards and compare it to how I was supposed to walk. As you can see, I'm right near the finish line, which is actually the start line. I was thinking of going the other way, but decided on this way instead, because I will end up right near my home, which is a nice thing. As you can see, I'm not really at the start point. That should be somewhere over there, but it looks right down on some sort of ledge. I wasn't really checking details when I placed my line, so I will start very close to it. Right around here, maybe. Oh, crap. Spider webs. Wait, how close am I? Maybe the starting point actually is in that tree, I think. Because now I'm very close to it. So, time to start. Okay, I'm slightly off course here, but it's such a hilly place here in the start. I really didn't want to go out in the terrain here. I followed a little path in the beginning just to... I had to follow the path because I don't want to fall over and break my leg the first few 100 meters. So let's keep going. Take a look at this ravine. This is some heavy terrain. I'm gonna have to find a better way around here. The straight line is approximately straight across this huge thing. I'm not in the mood for climbing this much today. I'll try to walk around here. It's still within probably 10 meters, maybe 15. Actually, maybe I think I will walk here. It's not too bad. I'll just have to put my phone in my pocket because using no hands here is insane. I should really get a camera mount as well, so I could have two hands while filming, but I don't have it. So, well, let's get back on the path here. I need to move left. I'll keep going a bit left so I'll catch up with the line. I just realized I forgot to record this track. Luckily I'm running my Garmin watch as well, so well, we'll get most of it. You've seen me starting on the video, so maybe I can aim for that large pine tree over there. I have no idea, but I'm aiming for a large tree that I see in the distance. Yeah, I'm aiming for a dead tree that I see over there. Should be an okay mark for a straight line. Here's the tree I was aiming for, and I am basically straight on line. Well, I'm a few meters off, but
not far. I have to go a little more left. Still a bit more left, but it's not too bad. I'm aiming for a couple trees here. Right now terrain is not a problem. I'm keeping a pretty good speed. By the way, I might have to buy a microphone for this if I'm gonna keep going, because it's windy. It probably sounds like shit, but we'll see. I'll have to notice when I'm editing. At this speed I should be home in no time. Let's just hope I don't run into any bears or wolves or moose. This is basically spot on the line, so I'll just keep going this way, just as I have been. The forest is about to become a lot more of a problem right now. Those spruces in the background seem like a real mess to get through. I'm not looking forward to it. Here's a trail, but it's way off my straight line, so I can't really follow it anywhere. I'm gonna have to stop and put on my gloves and jacket that I was wise enough to bring. I'll just make sure I'm somewhat on line right now. Yeah, and I'll have to turn off the camera and just battle my way through this. So I have just passed through this reasonably well populated forest. I don't even know the word, but I'm moving on here. It wasn't too bad. I've seen a lot worse. Oops, here's some water. That's interesting. And some spider webs in my face. I hope I can go around this. Let's see. Yeah, I can go to the right of this wet mess. That will be okay. Oops, it's swerving a bit here. Have to turn right. More wetlands. Where the heck am I going? I am going to climb this fallen down pine, I think. Let's try it. It's wet, but it's not as wet as it has been. I've been going for about half an hour now. And a bit more than 1 kilometer, I think. So I believe I'm on pace for 2 kilometers per hour, if not more. Right, back without a jacket. I will go up that hill and keep on track after that, because I'm a bit to the left of the line now. Oops. We're going downhill, guys. So I'm taking aim for a tree over there. I think it'll be nice. I'm stopping halfway to check the map. I'm so happy they cut down this forest a couple of years ago. It's so much easier to walk and aim straight than if it's a fully grown forest. Keeping nicely close to the line. Yeah, I got a new aim. A big pine over there. Next pine. I need to go a bit more right, but it's okay. Still reasonably well online, but this will be hard. Not even sure how I'm gonna keep track of the straight line, but I'll have to stop very often and look at my phone. Keep track of where I'm heading. I'm coming from that way, sun in the back. It was not as bad as I thought it would be, but it was not great. This, however, I knew about this wet patch. I haven't studied the straight line super closely with a satellite view, so I didn't know it was going straight through it. I was hoping it would kind of go right next to it, but it's apparently going just about straight through the widest part of this wetland, which means I'm gonna have to go quite a bit wide here. I think the best option is to go left, because it's not too far to some drier land here. And then I'm gonna have to go to that leaning birch, dead birch, and see where we go from there. So let's go back out here. Might as well just go a bit more off. As I said, I'm not super enthusiastic about getting this line extremely straight. Would be nice, but I've already veered off a couple times now. I don't think it's more than 15 or maybe 20 meters. Well, this is warm. My jacket's coming up again. And then we'll see where we go from here. Now let's check out the line on the phone here. Yeah, I'm pretty far off. I'll have to go a bit farther this way. Maybe I should have gone to the right instead of the left after all, but well, here we are. Looks like I should go pretty much straight along this forest line. Hang on, 1843. I think time was about 1745 when we started. So when I started. So it's about an hour, almost 2 kilometers. I started the recording on this app a bit later. So maybe it's pretty much exactly 2 kilometers per hour. Okay, we left off around there. I don't know how you can see the screen, but it was quite a bad forest, and then a huge hill up here, probably a 15-meter climb, very steep. Now I am under the power lines, and I have not too far to go, but there is one more. I know about one more rough bit around here with young forest. Well, just time to get moving again. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's a young forest, so it's pretty tight growing, but they're not so small or so tight growing. It was probably worse a couple years ago when they were smaller. Now the pines start losing their lower branches. Spruce forest would be worse as well. This is okay. Not great, but okay. moving on. This will be a pain in the neck or a pain in the feet because I'm coming up on a huge field of stones. Not sure what it's called in English, but it's from the Ice Age. It's leftovers from the Ice Age, basically. Huge sea of boulders. You'll see what I mean in a second here. Here we are. An ocean of boulders. Basically the size of my foot. Most of them. It's not easy to walk here. So hard to know what a straight line is because I thought I would go way to the left here, but I'm having to force myself to move right. Still I'm too far left of the line. I can almost smell my house from here. Not really, but only maybe should be less than 1 kilometer left to the place where this straight line ends, and after that about 700 meters more of walking till I come home. So this feels like it's close now. Just touching this corner here, and then straight out in the forest again. This is how it could look earlier. Now this is just a little bit, and I will be easily able to walk around this. But this kind of very tight growing spruce forest, not fun. Not fun at all. Going around here. Guys, take a look. The finish line is very, very close. Less than 100 meters. I think. About 100. I have officially finished.
Wow, that was exciting, right? Anyway, let's take a look at the actual line that I walked. I actually used both my watch and the app on my phone to record. So here's the line that I'm supposed to walk. This is from my watch, which I started here. We parked the car here, and then I forgot to start the watch, and then I started here. So this is basically walking up to the start point, the first bit. And then there is the phone track in gray. Or can I change the color? Yes, I can. Let's make it bright green. So as you can see here, yeah, I forgot to start the timer or the recording on the phone, as you noticed in the video. But it started not too far from the start, so for the scoring I will use the phone line. But we can just take a look at the beginning here. I actually found the starting point pretty nicely. I'll just make this yellow. So as you can see, I was pretty much bang on the start line here. Just slight stutters left and right here at the beginning. Might be caused by just some GPS error. Then I veered off a little bit to the right, or quite a bit actually, but that was because I chose to follow the path down the hill instead of just going out into the rough terrain here in the beginning. Just before we go on, let's just compare these two lines all the way from a bit of a higher level here. You can see the red watch line is much straighter with fewer points and less detail all the way around here. That's why I think the phone recording is actually better in this case. I might try to change the settings on my watch for future missions, but for this one I think I will just use the phone track. So I'm turning off the other one now. As you can see, I kept a bit to the right up until this point. I had a section of very good tracing here. Then I veered off to the right and then to the left. And yeah, this was because it was here it was a bit of a really dense forest, so it was hard to keep track. And here it was sort of wetlands, swampy. Not completely swampy, but reasonably wet. So I had to, well, I didn't have to, but I chose to keep my feet dry and kept to the left here. Then all was well, just some slight deviations until here. This is the big swamp where I had to stop, and I got disoriented right before this. I basically was on the line and took aim for something that I thought was straight ahead. Well, I mean, following the line straight ahead, which turned out to be very far off. It's like 30 degrees off. 30 degrees is not good when you're trying to keep a straight line. So I thought I would have to go right across like here. And this is I was aiming for a birch tree right across that I would go to and then try to catch the line from there. But as you see, that was really, really bad. I should just have... I forgot to watch my phone. Check the line on my phone when I was here at the edge of the swamp, which I should have done because I would have realized I was far off. I didn't, so instead of going like this and just a little bit off here, because this is like the edge of the swamp, I could have gone here and back. So instead I went all the way over here and back on the line. So this is by far the furthest deviation, I think. And then across this this large clearing or the cut down forest, I went slightly off, and I thought I had a good marker for the straight line, but it was way off. So I went straight, but just not along the straight line. So I had to correct when I got to this new forest. Then it was a period of really good tracking here, and then quite a bit of an uphill climb that I chose to take a bit of a easier path across it. And then this is where the video started again, under the power lines. Then I had a pretty good run here. Almost no deviations. Well, a few meters here. But yeah, this is the rock, the ocean of rock where I had to walk a bit towards the line here, but then I caught the line and I followed it pretty well from here on. The terrain was also much easier here because it's a lot flatter and well-grown forests with lots of space between the trees. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's look what the biggest deviation was. This one was pretty bad, but yeah, this is by far the worst one. Let's just take a look at the first one. Sorry about this. This is in Swedish, but this is distance in meters. Wow, 30 meters off. I would not have guessed that I was so far off, actually. And this one is 23 meters. 29 or well, 30 meters. 20 meters. And this the big one. I think this is the farthest off. 52 or 53 meters. That is not good. Let's say I would have walked here instead. That would have been 29. So that's a bit disappointing. Even this very large one is only 22 meters. And here was about 20 meters as well. I'm actually honestly surprised how far off this line is from what seems like. I mean, this is 14 meters. It looks like nothing when you zoom out and watch the whole thing. When you see the whole line, this looks like it's pretty much bang on, but it's 14 meters. So that's interesting. Makes you think how very hard it must be to be like GeoWizard is like 15 or 20 meters off in a several kilometers longer track than this one. So hats off to him, I guess.